Today let's talk about do I need to apply for the extension of stay when I'm placed with a travel ban. Suppose a defendant was involved in a crime and police has filed for the travel ban. The travel ban is usually for 1 month. I worked as a investigator, before, and when you file for the travel ban, it goes through the prosecution, and the prosecution sees the case and is suitable for it qualifies for the travel ban, and they go through the Ministry of Legal Department, and it goes to the immigration office. So you can't exit the country for 1 month at least, and then they will renew the travel ban every month if it is necessary. A lot of people who's traveling comes with the tourist visa, which will start with the C something, C1, C3, I don't know. Anyway, which only lasts for a month. And say you have a travel ban, somehow you got involved in a crime, and your travel ban was placed before your visa expires. But anyway, as time passes, you can't leave the country, and you are facing detention in a detention center, and you know that your visa is going to expire in the meantime while you are in the prison detention center. So what you have to do is it's a different thing. The fact that you have a travel ban doesn't exempt you from the obligation to apply for the extension of visa. Okay, I will repeat again. The fact that the government has placed travel ban does not exempt you from your responsibility to get an extension of your visa. So you have to file it. If you happen to be locked up, you have to leverage your lawyer to file it for you on behalf of you. The immigration office that you need to visit is you just kind of have to create the jurisdiction. They ask you for the residence, as for the place in north up in Seoul, the central area. You go to the nearest one, and the one, if you happen to live in Yeongdeungpo, you go to the other one. So they all have jurisdiction issues, and whatever reason, I prefer the central one. The central one is always the one with the most on rare cases, such as travel ban, soon your visa is expiring. So they have experience with that kind of things. They deal with most of the cases. They are the biggest one. So create a jurisdiction, just book a hotel or something, where the central immigration office has a jurisdiction over, and you have to pay a visit and apply for the extension. The people wouldn't know whether applying for the extension is valid, but the workers, the social workers, the government officials, they tend to be unfamiliar with this type of work, but you still have to file it. And once you file it, you will receive a text message. Once you file it, you will receive this slip like this, your certificate application, and they will let you know. This says they will let you know later, if it is possible. And then they ask you, within like few days after you filing it, they ask you to pay transfer the money for processing fee, 600,000 Korean won, and within few days you will receive another note, a text message saying that your application has been granted. You've been granted with extension for 2 months. Because if you don't do that, and you happen to walk out of the prison or whatever reason, your stay will be regarded as illegal stay, and you have to pay a fine like 100,000 Korean won per day, and you don't want that to happen. So you have to file separately. So it's a two-way track, nothing to do with each other. They don't interfere with each other. Even though the government has placed a travel ban, you still have to file for the extension. Okay, if you have any more questions regarding, when you apply for the application, you have to submit that you are involved in a crime, that you are under the investigation. So you would have to get to the police station and ask for the certificate of case pending. Your lawyer knows what it is, so you have to submit it just to apply for the extension at the immigration office. Just prove that your case is pending. So that's that. And if you have many more questions regarding how to get extension while you are detained, please feel free to ask. And thank you for listening. Have a very good afternoon.